Good evening, everyone. Once again, thank you all for joining us this evening. We're about to get started, so again, please take your seats, silence your phones, and enjoy the show. Up first with our invocation, we have Alderman Curtis Pertee.
All right, we're gonna see if this thing works. They told me it would. It's not yet. Is it on? Can you all hear me? Oh, there we go. I'm not used to hearing myself talk. I'm sorry. All right. So as I said before, if you would silence your phones, let's prepare our hearts and minds for prayer for a minute. If you would go to prayer with me, because this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Heavenly Father, we are honored and blessed to be here today to represent your people. We come here during this season not only to give thanks, but to ask for your continued blessing upon our great community, our city of Savannah, and the area around. Lord, we know that we're not perfect, but we know that through you, anything is possible. Let us love one another as we love ourselves. Let us feed the hungry, clothe the poor, and house our unhoused. As we go through this season of thanks, and as we get closer to the season of birth, we reflect upon all that we have accomplished through you, O Lord. And Lord, we know that this is just the beginning, for there is yet more to come. We seek guidance and wisdom, Lord, as we do this work diligently, cooperatively, respectively, but most importantly, with unity. Bring our hearts together in love, and let us not divide one another. In the name of God the Creator, Christ the Redeemer, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Alderman Pertee. Now please rise as we have our Pledge of Allegiance presented tonight by our Student Youth Council President, Kaviana Aiken, and Secretary, Kalia Latre.
Good evening. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain seated.
Thank you, ladies. And next we have our Star Spangled Banner brought to us tonight by the Nightingales. Thank you, Nightingales. And up next, we're gonna get y'all rocking a little bit. We're gonna introduce Savannah High School Marching Band. Now somebody said Savannah had the baddest marching band in the land. I guess we got to see tonight. Y'all heard him. Get up there. Okay. Give it up for Savannah High Marching Band. All right, now as we prepare to transition to the next part of our show, again, we thank Savannah High Marching Band for that beautiful performance.
have been putting in the work all season long, delivering results that build momentum for our residents. And you know, Ryan, every great team starts with strategy and preparation. Let's take a look at this. Here you can see the home repair program in action, a true testament to persistence and teamwork, helping residents improve their homes and keep Savannah moving forward. You know what a strong drive from Team Housing, an excellent example of community dedication and follow-through. Exactly. Savannah's approach isn't about quick wins, it's about long-term progress and sustainable impact. And you know what? We're just getting started. There is excitement coming from every corner of our city. Let's check in with our Savannah State reporter for their take on the first quarter of Savannah's success.
Thanks, Ryan. You can really feel the energy across every service center. Savannah's playbook is built on unity, teamwork, and a shared vision of progress.
Thank you, Kale. Well said. That's exactly what championship thinking looks like. Coming up, we're going to head into halftime. We're going to take a look at the city's strongest first half plays.
Now we've seen the spirit of Savannah come alive tonight, and now it is time to hear from Savannah's mayor at the helm of it all. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our Honorable Mayor Van R. Johnson II.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Can you hear me? Am I on? Thank you so much. Please be seated. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for the opportunity to be with you this evening. To Alderman Curtis Pertee, thank you for your prayer. To Kaviana and Kalia, thank you so much for our Savannah Youth Council for your pledge of allegiance. And let's show some love for the New Hampstead Nightingales. Come on, come on, come on. Show us some love. And of course, the Savannah High Blue Jackets. You enjoyed that? And I would be remiss if I did not thank the Savannah State University College of my day, I'm a little older, and their media, arts, and communications team. Show them some love, and you'll know why in just a little bit. Savannah will be safe. Savannah will be environmentally healthy. Savannah will thrive economically. Savannah will be safe and healthy and thriving for all of its citizens. And for us, all means all. To the honorable members of the 140th City of Savannah Council, Mayor Pro Tem Estella Edwards-Shabazz, Chair of Council, Alderman Nick Palumbo from the 4th District, Alderwoman Carolyn Hodges-Bell, Post 1 at large, Alderwoman Alicia Miller-Blakely, Post 2 at large, Alderwoman Bonetta Bryant-Lanier, District 1, Alderman Dietrich Leggett, District 2, Alderwoman Linda Wilder-Bryant, District 3, Alderman Curtis Pertee, District 6. There you go. And of course, our City Manager, Jay Melder, Assistant City Manager, Taffney Young, to our City Attorney, Bates Lovett, to our City Clerk, Mark Massey, members of Team Savannah, neighborhood, community, religious, business, youth leaders, of course, our Savannah Youth Ambassadors in the house, right? The Savannah Youth Council is in the house. And I know the Chatham County Youth Commission is in the house. And most importantly, to all of you, give yourselves a big round of applause, the City of Savannah. So good evening, and thank you so much for joining me tonight for the 2025 State of the City. Now, if we stick with these football analogies and my numerous references to football tonight, you're going to get a lot of them. Savannah is a championship program. During the first half of this council term, your elected officials in the front office have issued a legislative game plan, and our coaches, our city manager and chiefs, have ran practice, they've drawn X's and O's, they have called game day winning plays on the field. Every day, our Pro Bowlers on Team Savannah execute those plays. We have a team of fierce public servants dedicated to winning in all phases of the game. Now, tonight I'm going to brag a little bit about our team because we got a great team. And tonight, without pretense, I am proud to proclaim, in spite of everything going on around us, the state of our city is financially strong, foundationally deep, and forward-thinking. Savannah is on the move. But you cannot appreciate the sweetness of winning unless you've tasted defeat. And what defines a first-place champion is how you handle setbacks. And here in Savannah, setbacks are setups for comebacks. That's how we deal with things here. We have responded to these challenges by growing stronger and strengthening our game plan. Time and time again, we've put up the numbers, we've beat the odds, and we have topped the polls. At each hash mark, Mayor Johnson, we meet these benchmark goals and we create new ones. And when we win, Savannah wins. All of us win. To our residents, whether your Savannah legacy is 6 generations deep, or if you just came to Savannah yesterday, you are part of a championship city. And I welcome you to halftime of this council's term. Tonight is for you, the residents who are blessed to live in the greatest city on earth, being served by the greatest public servants on earth. We owe this, our annual report, to you. You've entrusted us to serve your city, and we do not take this mandate lightly. We advocate for you. We make the tackles. We secure the coverage so that at the end, Savannah holds up the trophy. During the first half, we've experienced unprecedented growth in this region. In response, we have set in motion a game plan that secures an equitable and economically balanced future, a proverbial championship ring for us all. And I want to break down some stats for you because some folks want to see the numbers. So check this out. Over the last 5 years, Savannah's economy has seen record growth. According to the local economic monitor, second quarter numbers this year indicating a cooling in the upward trend. But we here at Savannah, we're still experiencing growth in manufacturing like we have not seen in a very long time. The addition of the Hyundai Meta plant site and industry around it, as well as our growth in legacy industries like Gulfstream, have an enormous impact on our region. The recent closure of International Paper was a shock to us all. But with every setback comes an opportunity. And we look forward to these new opportunities coming to our neighbors and our friends and family deeply impacted by this plant's closure. When this plant closed, Savannah stepped up. This economic growth has bolstered our city. In 2024, the city issued a record number of building construction permits valued at over $930 million. Over 1,000 new permits of residential construction was issued for a total valuation of $250 million. Through the third quarter of this year, the city has issued 510 commercial permits and over 1,000 residential permits with a total valuation of $618 million. And we saw this economic growth echoed in our FY 2025 budget, which featured nearly $41 million in added revenue. Our mid-year financial update indicated a positive variance in revenue as well, up by over $3.3 million. We also saw positive growth at the mid-year point in our water and our sewer funds as well. The 2025 digest indicated substantial growth, totaling 8.8%, representing close to $6 million in new tax revenue. And I know y'all like, what does this mean to me, right? But let me tell you, that means that our coaches focus on the X and O's that have real impact on your life. It means that we can invest $1.8 million in recreation facility enhancements. We can install 41 new traffic calming measures. We can resurface over 21 miles of roadways. We can clean over 1,000 acres of our historic parks and squares each month, removing an average of 37.6 tons of trash and litter. And we can plant 500 new trees, keeping our historic urban canopy alive and thriving. What does it mean? It means that a $600 million balanced budget, unlike in Washington, means that we can increase starting pay for the best police department in the world, the Savannah Police Department, to $60,350 and provide a 3% cost of living adjustment for all of Team Savannah, because we want to attract and we want to maintain 5-star recruits. We want the best, we have to be willing to pay for the best. A good economy and sound budgeting and finance decisions mean that we can build 39 new cottages and 16 brand new apartments for folks exiting homelessness. Our key players in the award-winning Office of Budget and Management not only presented a balanced budget last year, but recommended that we keep the lowest millage rate since 1987. That's where you clap. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Which for Savannahans reduced property taxes for over 20,000 qualified households. We cannot be an efficient government without budgeting work of players like Melissa Carter. We have Melissa, now interim chief of community services, some big fancy title, who led our budgeting process last year, right? And our interim senior director of budget, Sandra Joseph Jarvis, and her team of analysts, and David Maxwell in financial services. These are some of the stars of Team Savannah that I'm going to highlight tonight. Savannah is winning in all 3 phases of the game. And tonight I'm going to tell you how we're doing it. But first, let's take a look at our offense. Roll the tape.
All right, we're at halftime and Savannah is leading the scoreboard. Let's take a look at our city's strongest first half highlights. From home repairs to community projects, housing initiatives continue to deliver, ensuring residents stay supported and secure. Our 5-star recruit program is bringing local talent into the state of Gloucester, trained, motivated, and ready to serve. And that's what it's all about, growing our own talent right here in Savannah. The Otis Johnson Cultural Arts Center opening doors, providing space for art, culture, and community connections. Recreation is organized by the new lights for our park and the restoration of Forsyth Park. That's what we call a legacy play. And seeing how Savannah's energy is resonating with students, let's go back to campus. Thanks, Ashley. Across the city, students see Savannah's growth as a true team effort. Every department making its contribution count. And it doesn't stop there. From environmental initiatives to youth empowerment, Savannah is investing in both the present and the future. Well, that's great, right, Ryan? Teamwork, pride, and purpose.
So a good offense has strong position players, a great game plan, and most importantly, people who can execute the plays. A few weeks ago, on a beautiful sunny day in Savannah, the city of Savannah and our partners cut the ribbon on Dundee cottages. Right? Not only winning the housing game, but we are setting trends nationally with our plays. The 39 new cottages, caretakers house, and resident services building will serve hundreds of families and individuals exiting homelessness for many years to come. It's not a crime to be homeless. It's a crime not to do something about it. And so we're doing something about it. These folks, our neighbors, our friends, will not only have a roof over their heads that they can call their own, but they will also have the opportunity to receive health care, to receive employment, to receive education assistance, and a community of support around them. Along with the 12 tiny homes already in service next door at the Cove at Dundee, This once vacant city property is now home to a new vital city service that addresses the real needs of our unhoused neighbors. And soon, we will be celebrating the opening of 16 new 2-bedroom apartments at 916 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, which will also serve those folks facing homelessness. These projects, you can clap, it's fine. These projects represent 2 of several currently underway, and all of them guided by our Housing Savannah Action Plan to address the vital housing needs of our community. The game plan for these initiatives started with the Housing Savannah Task Force, which led to the creation of the Savannah Affordable Housing Fund. And through the Savannah Affordable Housing Fund, we have been able to provide for the construction of 61 new homes, service centers, and infrastructures. We have also been able to invest directly by providing rental assistance for 679 dwellings, homeowner home repairs for 586 dwellings, home buyer assistance for 165 individuals, infill housing for 234 dwellings, and we have acquired 72 blighted properties. Indirect investments from the Savannah Affordable Housing Fund have helped support applications for 3 low-income housing tax credits from the state. These tax credits will help developers build 41 new affordable apartments on Drayton Street in the coming year. It takes a well-organized offense to execute these plays. And at the center of that huddle is Taffany Young, Assistant City Manager. Right? Whose birthday is tomorrow? Right? Tomorrow? Birthday tomorrow? Happy everybody say happy birthday, Taffany. And Senior Director of Housing Services, Martin Freddie, who I'm sure is hiding. So, everybody point to Martin Freddie in the back hiding. All right. These are long-time all-stars in Savannah's housing game. On their team, communities, housing service agencies, Anita Smith-Dixon, and the Homeless Authority's Jennifer DeLong are key players who we cannot execute these plays without. And we can't take victory laps for focused and intentional new construction, but we have not forgotten our precious assets already standing. We said that we would not shy away from hard decisions. And we have not shied away from moving the play down the field and making big plays. For example, after years of robust public feedback, this council determined that the future of the Savannah Civic Center site, with an even-handed, thoughtful, very clear-minded approach that considers our past and our future. Team Savannah is now in the planning stages for the future of this site. And thanks to you, our voters, we now have the funds to be able to move forward. Last night, just last night, thanks to you, the special local option sales tax for SPLOST 8 was approved. And among those top projects, I mean, we have a lot of them, Billion and Hollins Boulevard, we're coming to expand that road. And for the folks over at President Street, you're going to have to not wait for a train all day long. We're coming for it. And among those projects is $40 million that will be directed to the Savannah Civic Center Legacy Project. And as a reminder, visitors, the tourists to our city pay 40% of the SPLOST tax, but we get 100% of the benefit. I think that's a pretty good deal. Beginning early next year, we will see the demolition of the Martin Luther King Jr. Arena, beginning a restoration project that marks one of the most dramatic transformations of our historic district in modern time. We're going to restore roadways, we're going to restore 4 tithing lots, and 2 trust lots as originally designed by General Oglethorpe. And to ensure that we create a viable and equitable future, this council has directed that the restored land retain the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We're going to prioritize affordable and workplace housing on that site, and we're going to prohibit, everybody say prohibit, hotels and short-term vacation rentals. Not there. Additionally, we're going to restore our beloved Johnny Mercer Theater and our community meeting rooms to be both a center of public use and a world-class entertainment venue. This council is not only moving the ball downfield, we are making historic plays. The Savannah Civic Center Legacy Project is an offensive drive for the ages. But we can't execute those plays without leaders like Senior Director of Planning and Urban Design, Bridget Liddy is here somewhere, and Interim Special Director of Capital Projects and Real Estate, Christy Lawrence. This team has put emphasis on honoring the legacy of our historic city. For the first time in 118 years, we are restoring the seat of our government, the People's House. Our magnificent City Hall was completed in 1906 with the intent of being a model of the progressive spirit that embraced the leaders of that time. The first restoration project of City Council chambers embodied that same spirit. This ongoing project honors the historic architecture of the building that houses your city servants, while ensuring that we have the modern capabilities to be an efficient government. And at the center of that restoration was our municipal archives officer, Luciana Spraker, right? Where is she? She's here. Who saw the importance of preserving the legacy of this building and ran with the ball. And joining her on that march downfield was Capital Project Manager Byron Stiles. Yeah, Byron. 1 mile south of City Hall, our Senior Director of Park and Tree, Gordon Denny, also saw a need. Gordon and his team identified another Savannah icon in need of restoration. And although it was operational and although it still worked, our 167-year-old Forsyth Fountain was in need of full restoration. So Gordon and his team, including Historic Squares Division Director Brent Boyd, spearheaded the first major restoration of this fountain since 1988. And some of y'all were mad about it. But it's back. And soon we will celebrate this big play with a ceremony to turn our beloved fountain back on, new and improved. Stay tuned, fountain fans. Round of applause for them. Now, Forsyth Park is the gem of our city, and it's an iconic public asset that draws millions of locals and visitors every single year. During this first half, we've also focused on enhancing and improving our recreation facilities. Through Recreation Reimagined this year, get this, we have resurfaced 13 basketball courts, 16 tennis courts. We've installed 3 new splash pads, 1 new playground, and we've completed numerous upgrades to fields, parks, and pools just in the last 11 months. And thanks to your vote yesterday, SPLOST will fund over $12 million more in future recreation facility upgrades. I'm clapping for you for that one. And leading that effort was Senior Director of Recreation and Leisure Services, Nick Roberts. Nick leads an incredible team of players like Peter Meyerhofer, Ricky Allison, and Iris King in what Jay Melvin calls the Department of Fun. These are just a part of the all-stars on the field every single day, executing plays with precision. And coming soon, our Hall of Fame players on Team Savannah will lead the effort to restore other key public assets like our Gamble building and our Waterworks building. And at the core of what makes a strong government team is the performance level of its services. The City of Savannah provides key services for nearly 150,000 residents that impact nearly 400,000 in our region. Our Water Resources Department serves 79,000 sewer customers and over 80,000 metered water customers. We maintain over 900 miles of sewer pipes, 1,000 miles of water pipes, and 400 miles of storm water drainage systems. Our Government Operations Service Center is also in the service trenches day in and day out. Our Sanitation Department, get this, they've made 5.3 million scheduled refuge and yard waste collections for 51,000 customers last year at a 99% completion rate. When you see them, tell them thank you because they're the best. Street sweepers cleaned over 32,000 miles of curbs last year. And our crews cleaned 1,200 miles of right-of-way greenscapes and over 800 miles of medians and 170 miles of canals and ditches. As a part of our commitment to be environmentally conscious, Savannah processed 6,500 tons of curbside recycling, while the Dean Forest landfill scored a 100 on their environmental compliance test with Georgia EPD. Our call center, our 311 center, how many have called 311 before? All right. They fielded more than 43,000 requests for service in the last year, answering more than 41,000 calls. And so through our new translation software, 311 handled more than 500 calls from our Hispanic community this year. That is what equality looks like in action. Hola, ¿cómo está? Got that, Miriam? All right. And so leading that all-star effort was Sarah Torres and her incredible 311 team. Yeah, Sarah. So we're running the type of offense that not only scores touchdowns, but ensures that our city is clean and beautiful for everyone. Through the city's partnership with Keep Savannah Beautiful, we hosted 146 community cleanups with 1,563 volunteers putting in 3,969 hours. Thank you for that. Thank you. Executing those plays are leaders like Senior Director of Sanitation, Kiana Andrews, and Project Manager Carlos Bates. Thank you all so much for that. Service of our enterprise customers is key, but serving our community with opportunity leads to a win for everyone. Most recently, we celebrated the graduation of our second cohort of Launch Savannah, a comprehensive business accelerator program. This 12-week program provides intensive training for small, local, and minority business owners. The city champion of local businesses and Senior Director of Economic Development, Miranda Lumpkin-Lobson is hiding up there. And she leads our Launch Savannah and many other programs that help secure the future of our local economy. We know that small businesses are good for our business. So earlier this year, our Human Services Department launched the Community Advancement Leadership Institute. And this program provided more than 60 free, everybody say free, and affordable leadership training sessions for 734 attendees this year. We had 66 neighborhood associations participate in our mini conferences, which provided a space for networking and cross-neighborhood collaboration. This bold initiative builds our community by bolstering individuals and organizations through a broad spectrum of educational classes. Quarterbacking those operations is Director of Human Services, Kerry Reed, and Assistant Director, Antoinette Williams. Ladies, thank you. And while we invest in people with strong schemes, we must also look to the infrastructure that carries us through the city each day. So part of our offensive plan moving forward must consider the way people move throughout our city. And earlier this year, the beginning stages of a new offensive scheme took shape in our Planning and Economic Development Service Center. Savannah Moves will be the first citywide multimodal transportation plan that will be a green print for future mobility. MOVE's first action plan, now in the planning stages, will be an assessment and project recommendations for the River Street renovation that will be paired with the Savannah Waterfront Community Improvement District's vision plan. We are going to overhaul River Street. It is time, y'all. We're going to overhaul Bay Street. It's time, y'all. And Factors Walk. It's been time. With an aim of boosting mobility and spurring economic growth while improving safety, equity, and sustainability. It's this type of forward progression down the field that can only happen if we first secure the right coaches to call the plays. So Savannah Moves is led by our Chief of Planning and Economic Development, Faye Damasio right there, who was appointed during this first half. And so while our offense continues to make big drives and score on huge plays and put up big stats, you cannot just win the game in one phase. Every good team needs a strong defense. Let's go back to the tape.
Every season has its moments, and this season, Savannah was in a big way. When storms hit, the city stood strong. Through quick coordination and decisive action, Savannah kept residents safe. Our transportation and Vision Zero programs demonstrated strategy.
So a good defense is comprised of several elements. Preparedness and response are two vital keys of keeping our city running no matter what comes our way. We were extremely blessed this hurricane season. Some of y'all been around. Y'all didn't hear me. We have been blessed this year right here. Y'all, I think you better clap more than that. We have been blessed. But in years past, our team has had to defend against major tropical storms. This year, we experienced something totally different to kick off our year. Snow. A lot of snow, for Savannah anyway. So like Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in December at home, we plowed through 3 inches of snow and ice and lows below freezing for multiple days during the 100-year winter storm. And we have discovered most of y'all can't drive during snow. You went out, you tried it, it didn't work. And you paid for it. Cars swerving all over the place and all that. Hopefully it won't happen again soon. But multiple service centers across the city came together in the trenches. Government operations, planning and economic development, water resources, information, public affairs, Savannah Police and Savannah Fire, they all set up and stood up emergency operations. We prepared by pre-treating roadways along with our partners at the Georgia Department of Transportation. And with our community partners, we opened up warming centers for our unhoused neighbors both before and during the event. And after all that snow and cold, we still collected garbage. We still did recycling. We still cleared roadways so folks could get to work, and we kept our 311 call center active for service requests. Let's give those employees a big round of applause. Strong coaching, strong preparedness, strong response. And that is what good government looks like, and it is the secret sauce of champions. Now, 7 months after a rare extreme snowstorm, Team Savannah had to defend against another symptom of climate change, rain. A lot of rain. In August, the National Weather Service recorded 11.79 inches of rainfall. The 30-year average for this month is actually 6.79, so we almost double that. Comparative data from the Weather Underground showed that some areas received more than 20 inches of rain. And you know we can't handle a little rain sometimes. But this amount of rain had a heavy impact on our water, our sewer, and our storm water drainage systems. As the water table increased, we saw cave-ins and stormwater infiltration of our sewer system. In August, the Stormwater Management Department received double the normal amount of work orders. In all of 2024, the department received about 500 work orders in 2024. By November this year, they had 1,362. And of those requests, 1,362, 1,103 of them have been closed, done. So on that defensive play was Ron Fellner, right? Stormwater Management Director Zach Hoffman. Together, they brought in the support from contracted vac units to clear out drainage systems, and they borrowed equipment from Park and Tree to increase ditch and canal movement, and they conducted hundreds of tests and reports and did repairs on hundreds of miles of pipe to get the job done. Thank you, Ron. We appreciate you. And you're telling us that you want us, we have to continue to invest in water, sewer, and stormwater. Savannah floods, and each year we're getting better at defending against it. But once again, thanks to the voters yesterday, we now have $60 million of future SPLOST funds for major capital stormwater projects. Yeah. We do. But the regular maintenance of our stormwater system, Jay, is a vital component to defending against extreme weather and flooding. And for years, staff have indicated that we needed a dedicated source of funding for these services. So next week, Water Resources will be holding a second round of community meetings on our new proposed stormwater utility. This new utility will fund through a user fee, will focus funds on the maintenance and the water quality of our stormwater system, and provide supplemental funds for capital project needs. We cannot wait for stuff to break and then find money to fix it. Right? Right? All right. We need to put money up front and stop it from ever breaking in the first place. So we're inviting you to come to our upcoming meetings beginning on Monday, November the 10th. Look out for the details on those meetings on our website and our social media channels. Now, it's not always major projects that have a major impact on our water and sewer infrastructure. This year, Water Resources installed 8 new, they're called litter boom, on key waterways that will prevent an estimated 4,500 pounds of trash annually from entering our waterways. And most recently, Water Resources launched the second phase of the Storm Drain Art Project, which is exciting, combining art and education to help our storm water drainage systems and keep them clear. So these initiatives may seem small, but their impact is mighty. As our climate changes, we must adapt. We must be good stewards of our natural resources. We must embrace sustainable technology that improves our climate, that creates equality, and enhances our efficiency. Under our 100% Savannah plan, drawn up and approved by this city council 4 years ago, this is exactly what we're doing. In 2022, we partnered with Cherry Street Energy to implement a renewable energy plan for municipal officials. And as of July this year, the city of Savannah has installed 1,709 kilowatts of solar capacity across 27 sites, saving over $100,000 in electricity costs in the last year. Yeah. And since last summer, our renewable energy plan has replaced over 1.6 million kilowatts of electricity with clean energy. That is enough to power 209 homes or offset 254 gas vehicles. It matches the carbon offset of over 1,000 acres of forest. We have lowered our carbon dioxide emissions by over 1,000 metric tons, becoming a municipal leader in the nation in the transition to renewable energy. Our Office of Sustainability is also contracted with McKinstry to pursue a $1.9 million infrastructure investment and energy efficiency upgrades throughout 28 city facilities that will translate to $3.5 million in expected savings over the next 20 years. We've also added 36 light-duty electric vehicles to our fleet and more than 50 electric vehicle chargers to the overall city infrastructure. So more, and more than 40 of those you can use. More than 40 of them are for public use. This is a powerful defense against a changing climate that has and will continue to impact us in all ways, seen and unseen. This cannot happen without sustainability all-stars like Nala Oliver and program coordinator Joshua Corden. Give them a round of applause. And as we continue to react to the changing climate and a changing economy, this council has decided and ensured that we harness the growth of our region to better our position for any future that may come. Last year, the city we implemented a new development impact fee. And so since this fee's inception in July of 2023, the city has assessed nearly $11 million in development impact fees, and we've collected nearly $7 million. Since July this year, the city has amassed $788,768, comprised of $461,968 in commercial permits and $326,710 in residential permits. This is money from new development projects that will go straight to improving roads, public safety, parks, and recreation. So what does that all mean? Simply put, when a developer wants to build a new warehouse in our city, we pave roads. When SCAD wants to build a new dorm, we get to build a new playground. This is a defensive play working for the public by harnessing the energy of growth to generate equality and equity and a better quality of life for all. And we're able to do that. Now, part of this downward and downfield action of play is impacting the streets that carry us all home from work to play and back again. And under our Vision Zero plan, we are working to eliminate all traffic-related deaths and serious injuries, create safer streets for all road users, and increase accessibility and equality in transportation. This year, we reduced the speed limit on more than 75 roadways across the city because y'all need to slow down. Because slower vehicles create safer roads for everyone. Since February, the Transportation Department has installed more than 400 new or updated speed limit signs on nearly 100 streets and added 2 new school zones. In coming years, you'll see transformative projects on East President Street, on 37th Street, on MLK, on Bay Street, on Liberty, on East Broad, and Montgomery Street that will enhance pedestrian walkways, improve or add bicycle lanes, and ensure vehicle travel is safe for all. These incentives we are putting in place work. The stats don't lie. The Savannah Police Department reported to council that early this year that fatalities and serious injury collisions are both trending downward. In July this year, we dropped from an average of 15 deaths a year to 5. 1 year. And since 2023, when the Savannah Police Department recorded 44 serious injuries, we have trended downward to 31 last year and 26 this year. But as we know, one traffic-related injury or fatality is really too many. But we're working to zero. So in addition to enhancing intersections and over 20 miles of resurfaced roadways, transportation is addressing roadway failures through our new pothole patrol initiative. And so later this year, we will unveil the name of our new pothole patrol vehicle, and it's going to get to work filling in holes faster than nose tackle Dexter Lawrence Sachs quarterbacks. Driving that work is Senior Director of Transportation Stephen Henry and Vision Zero Coordinator Harold Taylor. I know y'all are here. And when it comes to defense and safety, the city of Savannah, and I say this and I mean it, we have one of the best public safety teams on the planet. On the planet. During the first half of this council term, we have unashamed, unabashedly invested heavily in the Savannah Police Department. Public safety is the first word in our mission statement and the first goal of our new strategic plan, Savannah GPS. It's first because it matters most. And our investments are paying off. As of October the 25th, overall crime in Savannah is down 3%. Yeah. Shootings are down 17%. Property crime is down by 3%. And our homicide unit is clearing cases at a 75% clip. That's better than most police departments in the nation. To date, Savannah police have recorded 25 homicides in our city. This is far too much. But of those homicides, and think about this, 28% of them were domestic. Most of them, of the 25, probably 20 of them were from people who knew each other. What do you expect us to do about that? That's a people problem. It's a people problem in terms of how people deal with conflict, and it's an availability problem with too many guns being around for people to be able to use as they do. When I was growing up, we just went outside and fought it out. Now we old men, we just best friends now. We used to talk about how we used to fight. But now our young men don't get a chance to be old men because a gun gets in their way. We have seen these numbers move downward from a high of 34, and we recognize we still have work to do. This year, as many of you know, I personally respond, because that's what I do, to numerous troubling incidents in our community, including the shooting at Oglethorpe Mall. All of them have been arrested. All of them have been arrested. We're not going to tolerate that crap in our community. For them, or their friends, or whoever it is, if they go there, we go in there too. And some of them we're pursuing federally. We must continue to work together to create a community where everyone feels safe in their neighborhoods, in their homes, and in public places like our malls and shopping centers. We have to call on those mamas. I need the mama patrol out to come get some of these young men and deal with their minds, to help them come to themselves. Because the results of those dangerous actions could be life-changing or life-ending. But we're taking active steps to address crime. 3 years ago, as you know, the city of Savannah recruited a special prosecutor to be placed in the Southern District of Georgia's courts to handle federal offenses, right? Remember that, Base Lovett? And so this year, our special U.S. Attorney, Makia Jonesy, is currently handling 50 open cases and already has secured 23 federal indictments, including major convictions of serious criminals right here in Savannah. Yes! Yeah. And when the data showed us there was a problem, we acted. Last year, the Savannah City Council unanimously approved an ordinance that addressed firearms in unlocked vehicles. Now check this out. In 2024, we had 245 guns stolen from vehicles in Savannah that were not locked. 245. And we know where those guns end up. They end up in crimes all over our city, our county, and our community. So we acted to defend the public safety. And folks got mad again. They wanted to sue. They don't even live in Savannah. But they said if they wanted to visit Savannah, then they didn't want to have to secure their gun and they didn't want to have to lock their car. The Attorney General got mad. He would just be mad. And if he wanted to sue, we got lawyers too. But since this ordinance inception, we have issued 41 citations, 30 this year alone. And this year, from 245 last year, of the 153 guns that were stolen, 106 of them have been from unlocked vehicles. So from 245 to 106, this is working. It's working. It's working. And in 1 year, we have seen a 40% decline in firearms being stolen from unlocked vehicles. That is almost 100 less guns on Savannah streets, 100 less stolen guns. So this is a good, legal, defensive play no matter how many flags get tossed on the field. But public safety is also a public responsibility. And to that aim, 2 summers ago, we said we were going to go all out and we were going to roll out a new list. And it's not a list that you want to find your name on. So we came out with what was called the top 10 most wanted list, comprised of folks we wanted to talk to, some of the most egregious, suspected criminals or folks accused of a crime in our community. And because of you, it's been wildly successful. Thanks to your tips and those calls, of the 100 people who made the list, 84 of them have been arrested. 84. This year alone, the Savannah Police Department has arrested 27 from the top 10 list. It was amazing. People would call in my office and say, Mayor Johnson, I say, yes, my son wants to talk to you. I'm like, who's your son? He's on your list. Here, talk to the mayor. Hi. But that is, it's our community's opportunity. I had mamas and grandmamas and uncles saying, boy, you are embarrassing our family by your name being on this list. Don't make that list. But this is the power of a strong team, defense, and a community-minded approach to public safety. For years, we've seen crime rates increase in the summer months, Dr. Johnson, and this departmental 100 Days of Summer initiative was an opportunity for everybody just to go out, just blitz the entire city, using both community-oriented engagement and increased public safety protocols. We wanted to drive down crime during the summer because we knew if kids were tired, they didn't have time to commit crime. You remember, y'all were old enough to remember they said go outside and play? We didn't have PlayStation. I remember when Atari came out, I thought it was the best thing happening. Y'all don't remember Atari, don't worry about it. Ask your parents about when you get home. But at the close of this past summer, the Savannah Police Department reported to council that these bold initiatives taking over those 100 days were working. This year, we saw a decrease in total Part 1 crimes and shootings. And if we zoom in on that data, we saw some increases in a few particular crimes as well. So we know we still have work to do. Over the summer, our Savannah Impact Program engaged with hundreds of folks in the community, handing out 450 backpacks, 250 hygiene packs, and built long-lasting, protective, and supportive impressions on young folks citywide. The other arm of our 100 days of summer, our Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement, or called ONES, saw an 84.4% increase in summer programming participation over the last 3 years. Alongside ONES, the Recreation and Leisure Services Department saw 3,296 kids take part in our summer camps, keeping them busy and out of trouble. And guess what? In that mix was Super Bowl champion and Savannian Nolan Smith, who held a football camp, Game Recognizes Game. Now, when it comes to the best of the best, Savannah Fire has the best fire department in the country. We are an ISO Class 1 accredited fire brigade that sets the standard for safety in our region. We are the 0.5% of the top fire departments in the country. Savannah Fire. Savannah Fire. If you live in the city of Savannah, if there's a fire, in 4 minutes, chief is going to be at your house. 4 minutes. That saves structures and that saves lives. Savannah Fire responded to 654 fires this year, including 131 structure fires. And to increase our defensive plan, Savannah Fire Department installed 82 smoke detectors at residences. They participated in 127 community events and interacted with over 8,000 residents at events. But they've also saved lives. The Savannah Fire Department initiated CPR with 164 people this year, and they administered 47 doses of Narcan. This summer, the Savannah Fire Department held Camp Ignite, where 21 amazing young ladies spent 3 days building teamwork, confidence, leadership skills while learning about the fire profession. So we're raising our own. Because in a few short years, some of those young ladies are going to be Savannah firefighters. So preparedness is the key to defense. Internally, the Savannah Fire Department strengthened its personnel 10 lateral advanced firefighters graduating, and we celebrated 40 new positions or promotions in key leadership roles. So the final phase, and I'm almost finished, I got a lot to talk about. The final phase of our game has been strong this year. A good offense and a good defense can only carry you so far. Good special teams play can make the difference between the win or that L. Let's show the tape.
The final whistle has blown, but Savannah's season of success is far from over. This year, the mayor's message on unity, preparation, and momentum, a winning formula for the long term. These initiatives reflect strong partnerships and smart investments so that Savannah season plans for that time. Through Savannah's DPS and block funding, data-driven strategies continue to guide our city towards a brighter future. Let's hear from our Savannah State reporter one last time, Marissa. Thanks, Ryan. Savannah isn't just building a stronger city, it's building a legacy. This is what it means to play for something bigger than itself. And that's what makes Savannah unstoppable: preparation, purpose, and people. Ultimately, the city came ready to play, showing discipline, drive, and dedication. Savannah, you're the real MVP.
What do you think about Savannah State reporters? Dr. Warren, we don't play about Savannah State. Any Tigers in the house? You get anywhere from here. Now make a donation to Savannah State. Let's put our money where our mouth is. I know you didn't ask for that, but I did it anyway. So early this year, the state of Georgia made a huge investment in our region. At the center of that kickoff was the City of Savannah's Water Resources Department. As our region grows, forecast models are clear. The demand for water will only grow. As the largest water utility in the region, Savannah and our neighboring municipal neighbors needed to draw up a special teams play that addressed the need now instead of kicking the can down the road. A new regional water partnership was solidified at the state level, and over $500 million was invested in shoring up our capacity to handle the growth of our region. But at the center of this partnership was a focus on Savannah water customers. By helping our neighbors, we are helping ourselves, and we're creating a lasting plan that ensures that our water systems are not only redundant, but we meet the coming demand while the financial burden of major infrastructure improvements do not land too heavily on we, the customer. Without the work of Chief Felder and our resident engineers, Jim Laplander and Sean Rosenquist and Dr. Brian Shaw, we will fall flat at the goal line, and we're not going to do that. Utilities are vital to quality of life conditions, so is art and culture is also. And so this year, we launched our first ever public art master plan aimed at developing a comprehensive vision for integrating public art in the Savannah community. Public art matters. And over the coming years, this master plan will shape and characterize our sense of place with thoughtfully imagined public art. And public art is just one avenue in which we celebrate our city and community. Because guess what? Now, every year, and forever, September 12th, we celebrate 912 Day. Right? We own that. And so over the course of 10 days, Savannah showed up and showed out and showed love in a major way. Is it the greatest city on earth with more than 18 events celebrating this year's 912 Day. From citywide scavenger hunts to neighborhood porch parties, from youth literacy to business leadership, the spirit of this year was truly, truly special. 912 Day for us is more than just a date. It's a movement. We live this every day. And we've turned this into an opportunity to love on our city, love on ourselves, and show great civic pride. Savannah is the greatest city on earth. And we have a lot to be proud of and a lot to celebrate. But we have to keep putting in the work. Team Savannah, we're in the gym, we're on the practice field, we're ready to execute the plays at game time, and we're ready to get rings. Public service is a tough job. And sometimes our fans put bags on their heads. We get yelled at a lot. They call us names on social media. But they don't know. I got time for them. They got time for me. And I ain't sitting for you. But it's much harder to show up when it really counts. And Team Savannah shows up. They put it all on the line every single day to make sure that when you turn on the faucet, you have clean, beautiful water, to make sure that your trash is collected every week and that you have incredible parks to enjoy. Real winners win the game with grit, and they show up when it really counts the most. Team Savannah are winners. They are at their computers and at the wheels of their vehicles at all hours of the day, working hard to ensure that our championship program endures. And now we have a new game plan. Over the second half of this council's term, we will now have the ability to see the full implementation of our new strategic plan, Savannah GPS. This is your city. This is your future. This is your voice. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And so Savannah GPS will guide our city to be in an even better place to live, work, and thrive. Built with robust feedback from you and council's direction, our Savannah GPS is built on 6 strategic goals. 1, increasing public safety and our collective sense of security. 2, investing in equitable and community development and resiliency. 3, expanding economic access, opportunity, and vitality for who? All. 4, developing world-class livable infrastructure. 5, improving the quality of life by raising municipal service standards. And 6, always, always, always being a high-performing government. And in the coming weeks, we're going to invite you to join us for our budget retreat as we prepare next year's financial guide. As you know, the budget is a moral document. It states where your priorities are. And so for us, we have a mandate to treat it as such. I will tell you, we have an absolutely phenomenal council who puts in a lot of time, who puts in a lot of work. And I don't know if y'all know, we're not full time. They put in a lot of time. Y'all give them a round of applause for the work that they do. And Savannah GPS is at the center of that conversation. This is not our plan, this is our plan. And so this workshop will be an opportunity of us determining where we go from here. Now in the coming weeks, we're going to invite you to join us for our budget retreat, and all those details will be coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm finished. We are at halftime, and I got to get back on the field. But we have a lot of game left to play. Savannah, I encourage you to join us. Give us the plays to run. Come to public meetings. I know we ask you for feedback, we ask you for surveys. Do them. Complaining about it on Facebook solves nothing. Nothing. This is a democracy, this is a republic, and democracy is still a participatory sport. Your input, your voice still matters. For us, all means all. Tonight, you have the opportunity to interact with our Pro Bowlers, and we have our department heads and our executive leadership team. They're going to hang out a little bit. They don't want to, but I know y'all been late, but they're going to hang out for a little bit. Because if you want to talk to them, they want to talk to you. Please don't leave without saying hi to them, or giving them a high five, or telling them thank you, or getting their phone number so you can call them instead of calling us. Introduce yourself. Ask a question. Participate. Help us create the future city you want to live in. Savannah will be, shall be, and will continue to be a safe, environmentally healthy, and economically thriving community for all. And for us, all means all. Amen. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you, Savannah!